Hi, good everyone. Good evening. This week was one of the biggest of it all. Monday was beautiful. I was very positive on Monday. I had lots of work to do, so I assigned them on someone. And Tuesday, the person couldn't execute it. Wednesday, I had to discover the person ran away. My money. And while I was, in that whole mess, I also had some very emotional breakdown on other things private related. And so I couldn't work for like 4 days. I spent most of the time going through Bob Proctor's video. That guy he's been very helpful. I went through Jim Carrey video, Tony Robbins video, and I'm happy. The last time I was depressed, very depressed, was 2021, and a year before then was 2019. So I don't know how every 2 years, it seems like magically depression comes in. Because I can remember 2017 as well, I was quite depressed. It's okay, 2016 was depth, but 2017 I can remember vividly I was quite depressed. So it seems is it the universe? I don't know how to put it, but I'm happy. They say knowledge is power. So this time around, it was very different. In the midst of the whole thing, I don't know how I did it, but I'm happy. I'm happy that I smoke. I mean, if you ask me, I'll tell you one of the best things that happened to my life is smoking. So I had a blunt, and what happens when I smoke is for few minutes, right? I don't remember anything related to emotion. If I want to completely focus on something and I don't want anybody distracting me, I get high. Like I would always say, I see people get high, they misbehave. I get high, I'm having my brains all focused. So this week I sat down and I had thoughts a whole lot. And one thing I decided to do was to start building myself more. I figured out that I've not been spending so much time on myself. Yes, I isolated myself, but I've not really put myself first. Like, do you know, even though I don't talk to anyone, I have so much plans, but very little of those plans are me taking care of myself, giving me a treat. It's always thinking of how I would make this other person happy, how this other person will smile, to see the smile on this person's face. But nobody gives a shit about me. Like, I'm putting everybody first, but I mean, they wouldn't blink to put someone else first before me. So I think that was a very big thing. I learned early this year, but this week reinforced it. Like this week, I knew practically in this whole life, it's just me, and I'm happy it happened because I mean, right now, henceforth, it's just gonna be me, and I might smoke like a chimney because I wouldn't want to get hot. Normally, if I'm no longer high, I would somehow start remembering things that would cause me heart pain. I will start feeling bad. It seems the only time I don't feel bad is when I smoke. So I think it's really very scary because I'm no longer smoking to feel good. I'm smoking not to remember my problems so I can walk. But it's effective, right? So I would try to start building a new character. Like I said, depression simply means depressed. Um, I had a depressed this week and I had a reflection and I understood that probably maybe I was made to be betrayed by everybody I had hoped on. So I would build something nobody would take from, right? Because before now it used to be my family, then it became a spouse, then it became a partner, then it became a friend, then it became a team. It's always been one person. And I've never really had so much trust on the most important person, which is me. And even when I trust myself, I don't consult myself. I'm always on the phone trying to talk to this person I think it's my friend, or that person I think it's my friend. Now, at the end of the whole day, people's um, relationship and reaction to you are based on how guys you've been, right? Have you ever been with a friend that, as of then it felt like you guys were inseparable. You were too close, nothing could separate the both of you. You could share your dreams with this person. And now both of you are just going through each other's status. Or probably it now seems like things are no longer like that, right? So I think I've done a whole lot of putting other people's happiness first. So for the first time in my life, I would try consistently to put myself happy. So I would try to plan what my life is going to be like. I would try to learn how to be happy without making someone else happy. I think my original joy has always been to make other people happy. So I only get off when I see other people being happy instead of me. But it's very stupid. I don't know why I have that kind of mentality. It's other people first. And the funny thing is, I'm still the one person everybody thinks he's a bad guy, he's not good, he's not good for you. This one, this guy, that guy, no be better person. Somebody who doesn't even think about himself, who thinks about the other person is not a good person. So it means even the good I'm doing, people don't even see it as good, right? But when I become selfish and I start chasing my dream, I become a billionaire. I will now start hearing words like, that guy is the best guy. You are. That guy be like guy we go on hold strong. Go see the way he takes care of himself. See the way he dresses. See the car he drives. Because now I'm not spending more time on myself. And so when you love yourself, other people love you. You love other people. I mean, they feel like your love to them is a burden. So it's easier said than done. It's easy to come here and say, I won't love again, I won't get into it again, I'll be so focused on my goals. It's something as a child saying, if I grow up, I'll be a pilot, I'll be a doctor. So the actions is what makes these things realistic. And that's why I'm happy I have my smoke and I have my computer. So I blunt up and I look into my iPad. What do I have? What do I have to structure? What do I have to build? At the end of this year, I would try to have a child no matter what. I'm going to go surrogacy. I feel this whole love I have that I'm always looking for who to give. I need to give it to a child. And I think I tried it at one time and I would have still been like that, but I think I've lost it. Right? Because there was a point I now would concern. My daughter used to be my DP. If you check my phone, Amanda is there. If you check my computer, Amanda is there. Right now, it's just me, right? And I wouldn't want to go into that as a personal stuff. But I think I really do not really need a child all the time or a partner. But the real truth is, I don't know how to love myself. I only feel love when I love someone else. And it's really very painful. I don't know how to have this self love people talk of. And there was a point in my life I would look into the mirror, I would say, "Oh, Kiki, this guy is a handsome guy." I would praise myself. I will tell myself how smart I am because nobody compliments me. Everybody says I'm proud whenever I compliment, but I was happy with myself. Then I stopped complimenting myself, started complimenting other people, stopped spoiling myself, started spoiling other people. And now I'm not like a people pleaser. I'm constantly trying to make other people happy. And people I'm trying to make happy are not even, you know, seeing it as, I don't know. So I just think the best thing for me would be to focus hard on myself. And this year 2023, I would not saying it's easy, but I would try. I'll try and get that done. So today is the 4th of March. This is it, an okay gist. The gist for today, and I say I'm going to learn how to put myself first, right? Because I'm tired of being. It should just be me, right? Some people are destined to have a family. Some people are destined to be loved. I think I'm different. My brain works differently. Except somehow the universe brings. I wouldn't even. I don't know. I don't. Relationship is a sweet thing. Marriage is a beautiful thing. But the problem is seeing who you sync with. The word sync is a very big word, and yet still, it's the most paramount. Love alone would not keep you in a relationship. Love alone would not keep you in a marriage. The same thing with understanding, the same thing with care. But sync, it's when both of you have that mutual love, mutual understanding, and mutual respect. So you constantly know what this other person won't take. You don't do it. You constantly understand how they feel and you love them, right? So that way, even if they mess up, you would understand it's their fault, they messed up, but you're able to make excuses for them and help them, be a better person. So seeing who you sync with, it's the same thing as it's not easy. You have to find somebody whom things are like with you, understands you, have similar upbringing. Like I did one big mistake in my life. I was having relationships with people who came from a good family, people who had their father and their mother. You know, me we don't get papa and mama. My own are different arenas, and they don't even care about. Like I grew up alone. You understand? So I don't know what parental love is like. So I will not go and date people who have parents that will call them. So how would they understand that I'm somebody who fights for himself and I want them to fight with me? No. One moment you're talking with them, the next moment their parents calls them. I mean, you feel you're alone in the world and you have to fight them. They feel they have people there. So except I see somebody like me who probably has given up on hoping on other people, somebody like me who wants to work. I mean, that's the only time I can consider. So I've learned that, I mean, emotions are not things you can control, right? But the easiest way to control an emotion, the easiest way to control it for me is to smoke. Mm. But I'll smoke now. Don't forget everything you're concerned now. I mean, it's what works for me, oh, so I'm happy, right? Some people they will tell you, oh, if you want to get over emotional, just be strong. Think positive. I have a pad, man. Put up my ass fat right now. Hit up my, but now there's no time for that. I need to work. So I'm gonna be very positive, and I would make sure I bring out the best this year.